the basis of that capacity, he would decide how much could he believe, and did he believe it to that extent, and how much could he do good deed, and did he do those good deeds to that extent. And if they would, the person would come up to the mark, the minimum expected standards, the Almighty would declare him as eligible to enter the paradise. And this decision, thanks God, is going to be taken only by God. And He is the only one who can judge. I cannot judge. When you are intolerant, you are judging, which you are not supposed to be doing. So let's be tolerant. Talking to John, talking to Keith, talking to whoever, you say, okay, this is your point of view. Well, this is my point of view. I respect your point of view. I can understand, what you are saying is what you think is correct. I have no reason to doubt your intentions. But look here, John, I have a different understanding. And if you give me a chance, I'll share it with you. These are my arguments. He would say, well, I'm not convinced. Here are my counter-arguments. Either I give a response, or I'll smile and say that, okay, I get your point. I'll think about it. Can we meet again a week later, and then we talk more about it? That's how it will be. Why on earth would you ever say that, John, you were a fool? You were somebody who was a criminal. You're not worthy of being respected. You just cannot say that. So, we need to respect others. We need to communicate well as well. That is, honestly, quite often it so happens that you are a well-meaning person. You respect others. You also have somehow managed to have a good smile on your face, but you don't communicate well. It doesn't do any good to your cause. So, we need to do as best as we can to be able to communicate our message well to others. And it's only a matter of practice. It's only a matter of doing it many times. And you'll find that you'll be able to become better, improve, and maybe an expert. The great prophets, Musa alayhi salam is known to have asked the Almighty's help in that famous prayer of his. As a teacher, whenever I used to go to my class, confident, proud that I'm fully prepared, and I didn't used to make this prayer, it would be a failure disaster. Very soon I would be nervous, talking nonsense, answering questions incorrectly. And whenever I would be nervous approaching the classroom, and because I would be nervous, I would earnestly ask the Almighty to help me out by saying, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Oh God, open my heart and make my task easy for me and make my speech fluent so that they can understand me. When you do that, well, you'll find that something would happen that would cause you to make a presentation far better than what you were capable of doing. So we need to be worried about that as well, because it's not just your good intentions. Good intentions are the most important thing, but they are the ones that are going to help you out in the eyes of God, which is of course the most important consideration. That is what is going to help you in getting reward in the hereafter. But we would also like to have an impact in this worldly life as well, to create a good impression about what we stand for. And for that, we need to communicate well as well. And last but not the least, we need to keep good company. More often than not, we get into evil ways because we are overconfident. And, we tell ourselves and others that, look here, I'm a good man. Why would I do anything wrong? I'm confident. Why should I feel nervous about myself? Honest to God, the more you are worried about your morals, the more you are careful about defending them. And one very good way of doing it is to be in the company of good people. Because their goodness, their virtue will have a reflection upon you. It will affect, influence you positively. So that is also another thing that we would do well to manage in this particular society more particularly. Finally, I'll just mention a few questions. educate children? Well, honest to God, there are different ways that people have already adopted in this country. And different ways suit different people. There is exclusive schools, there are weekend schools, but parents cannot escape the responsibility that they owe to their children to educate them better in faith, in morals, and in enabling them to know as to how to conduct themselves properly in the society. Is friendship with non-Muslims allowed? Well, honest to God, it's a long discussion, but the Quran is perfectly clear that there is no reason why it should not happen. Had it not been allowed, why would have God allowed Muslim men to get married to the women of the people of the book? God Almighty, in many passages, praises people of the book lavishly. The Almighty clarifies that He is only against keeping friends those people who make fun of your religion. If a Muslim, so-called Muslim, would make fun of my religion, I'll not want to have friendship with him. So whether it is a Jew, whether it is a Christian, whether it is a Hindu, whether it is an atheist, whether it is a Muslim, if there is somebody who undermines my religion, makes fun of it, a serious discussion is not making fun. Making fun is to ridicule. Anyone ridicules will not make fun. But otherwise, God Almighty is not telling us to stay away from others. How should we deal with conversions, and what about Muslim conversion? Well, the fact of the matter is that when you are living in a society, you would inform. Our purpose should not be to aggressively change others. Our purpose should be to inform. When you inform, conversion at times is a natural consequence, and that should be handled properly. And can we greet non-Muslims? Well, the Almighty tells us that greet them the way, if somebody greets you, you greet them back the same way, or even in a better way. Just brief summary and conclusions. Is it already done?
We'll have the summary. We'll have the summary, inshallah, after Maghrib, and then we'll have the question and answer session.
Okay. So we'll go for prayer.